You know what's so funny? You only do it for the money. As you can see right now, the sun is nowhere near being up. It's very dark, and it's actually kind of cold out here right now, especially comparing to how it's been the last week or so. Kind of cold out here right now. You only are doing this for the money. You go into paid slavery every single day. Whether it's early in the morning, late at night, middle of the day. And I'm really feeling a certain kind of way right now about being up so early and out so early. In my eyes, I view this as inhumane treatment. Okay? Because the majority of us out there, we spend the majority of our living moments on earth going out working for another man, working for another woman, going out and being around these corporations, these jobs, these paid plantation slave houses, being around them more than you are around your own family, more than you around your own wife, your own husband, your own kids, mother, father, relatives, cousins, whatever, friends. You spend the majority of your life on the stopwatch, on the clock for another person. And we're not even making the money that we're supposed to. That's why all we can think about every day is, I gotta go back, I gotta go back, I gotta go back, I gotta go back. All of us have been caught up in an endless cycle. And you're doing it every single day. At this point, your life is just one big autopilot. Wash, rinse, repeat. But you're going to the slave house with it, though. And you're only doing it for the money. And then somebody will have the nerve to say, brother, this is a spiritual channel, brother. Why are you talking about money, brother? For the same reason that I'm up right now against my will. Going to a plantation right now. You know how early it is right now? Do you know how tired I am right now? You might not be able to guess how tired I am right now because you hear my voice sounding very zealous. You know why? Because I feel a certain kind of way right now that I'm up here. I had to wake the rooster up. The rooster didn't even want to get up this morning. That's why you ain't heard no roosters crowing. I tried to wake the nigga up. The rooster didn't want to get up. So I'm up out here in the heat of the night, so to speak. Even though it ain't nighttime. Well, you know what? I guess it is nighttime. Because the moon is shining so vibrantly, but I can't show you that right now. My. You better find a way to stop trading time for money, or you're gonna be doing this until you leave this earth. Now, if you're okay with doing this kind of crap until you leave the earth, then who am I to tell you to do something else? Who am I? I got no right, no authority. I'm out of my mind. But if this is not okay with you, doing this kind of stuff for the rest of your life, if this is not okay with you, getting up in the morning, having to wake up the rooster, even the rooster looked at me crazy when I tried to wake him up this morning. He like, hey, bruh, it's way too early, bruh. Go back to bed. I was like, nah, rooster. I got money I gotta make. And I just had to hit the horn of one of the homies I just saw coming down the street. You might have heard that. Just saw one of the homies, okay? One of the homies is also out here. He ain't got no choice. Niggas is up before the rooster. Before the sun even come up, we already up rolling. Because we ain't got no choice. Gotta make it happen out here. And you know what? There is a way that we can make things happen without going to a plantation. But you gotta learn the skills. You gotta skill up, Hebrew, if you want to be able to get out. And I know you want to get out, don't you? Don't you want to get out of this plantation? Don't you want to get out of the plantation lifestyle where everything you do in this world, your whole entire life revolves around your plantation? Whatever plantation that they got you at, wherever you are, wherever you at, your whole entire life revolves around that plantation. Wouldn't you like to live a life for once where you're actually a free man or a free woman? See, this isn't what nobody's going to hop on. They're definitely not going to teach you that at school and at church. Church just wants you to be a good little slave. Don't you ever forget that. That's what church was there for. In fact, your church is directly responsible for the transatlantic slave trade. They thought we wasn't going to know that, y'all. The church is directly responsible for the transatlantic slave trade. And then got the nerve to always be telling you about love, love, love. Was it love, love, love when you came and conquered my homeland, which is right here in America and all my other lands as well? Joshua chapter 1, verse 1 through 4, specifically verse 4, lets you know if you read it. Your coast go all the way from Lebanon to California, okay? And at that time when the book of Joshua was written, there was no such thing on paper as California. But go and read Joshua chapter 1, verse 1 through 4, and then read specifically verse 4 specifically, and tell me if that ain't talking about California. I dare you to read it, Hebrew. I challenge you to read it, Hebrew. Okay? And let me begin to simmer down because I got to go and run in the store, go get me some little snacky snack, some little drinky drink, because I'm out here in these streets, okay? I want everybody out there to have a nice, wonderful, productive day, but be thinking throughout the day, y'all, what can you do to get yourself out of this slavery? I want you to think. I want you to pray to the Most High. Be sincere, okay? And be willing to put in the work. The Most High will work with you because He's our God, and that's what He does. The Most High God stays true and faithful. Now it's our turn to be true and faithful. I'm out, Hebrew.